Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we are diving together into Holiday Cup of Ultra League with a fantastic line. We're having up on the lead the Articuno, which is gonna be the main star of this team, at the back Virizion, and of course Aurorus as our closer. So Virizion is gonna be used mostly as our safe switch, but sometimes we might be able to throw that Aurorus in there. It doesn't matter at all, let's focus a little bit here on the Virizion, because on the switch it is gonna do a lot of work, especially against the normal types. One of those normal types is gonna be the Obstagoon and one other is gonna be the double, so able to destroy them down with those secret swords, and with a double out of the way, perhaps now they have no counter at all for my Aurorus. However, I decide to go in there with my Articuno just to see whatever there is at the back, and I know that if there is gonna be an Obstagoon, I might need my Virizion with some energy to get a shield at least once out of them. Having now the Icy Wind on the Aurorus, and they get a little bit greedy, so they get a lot of debuffs on their Pokemon. They are still not gonna be able to finish us off, but after a few Powder Stones they will. Doesn't matter, still able to reach there to the Sacred Sword, delivering lethal damage, so they have to block, and it is also gonna be a CMP. The main key scenario here for our victory was to reach the CMP, so that happened, and now we have to rely on the bait. I'm gonna call it, it is gonna be the Weather Ball. Pretty good call here, I believe, by my part, not spending a shield yet. So here comes now the Meteor Beam on the Giratina. They did a very nice catch, to be honest, so here now I have to block the Instant Power because it is gonna connect for super effective damage, and we do not want that. I'm just gonna go here for the bait of my own, and that was a mistake. Going straight for that Meteor Beam could have been the better scenario. Doesn't matter, they're still gonna reach to their move. Hopefully it is gonna be the Meteor Beam, and right now I can safely over farm here, and of course reach the double Weather Ball, one for the shield, one for the knockout, grabbing that CMP as well, I believe. So that was a pretty close matchup as well. Into the next one now, with the Articuno facing a Ninetales up on the lead on its Alolan form. We do not like that lead, but definitely we want that Alolan Charmer out of Virizion's way. So yeah, we are gonna take it. Articuno connecting with the Hurricane, big damage on the Ninetales, and of course now the Psyshock can be taken because we are looking pretty solid here. They're gonna go in with the Snorlax as a safe switch, and we have a very nice counter swap here with the Virizion. Body Slam not gonna do enough damage, so our Sacred Swords are just gonna connect for much more damage at the Snorlax. What I like about this matchup is that we can manipulate it so that we can survive with a little bit of HP, so that this Ninetales will not farm a lot, and also we are almost there to the Stone Edge after this Sacred Sword. I'm just gonna try and go straight for that, expecting the Ninetales, but instead they go in for that Giratina. And of course the Giratina cannot take those Sacred Swords. We have to take, in fact, it's Ghost typing, so we're just gonna go for the Stone Edge and do some really nice damage to this Pokemon. At the back they return with a Ninetales, which is severely hurt alongside Giratina, and of course we have a healthy Aurorus. Things are looking pretty solid for us, just have to block whatever they throw, and we're gonna be on a very good spot to secure the second win for the video. Another Weather Ball here, this time on the whole HP of that poor Ninetales, and what I want to do here is to predict the move. However, I do not, so I'm just gonna block, and hopefully it was Instant Power, and right now I'm gonna farm down completely the Giratina, the Devil God, and gonna take this victory. Into the next one now, with the Virizion up on the lead, looking pretty solid, and they counter swap us with that Walrein. So a lot of Walreins on the swaps lately, and I think that someone made a video about it, perhaps Ionic, Home Slice Henry, I don't know, someone definitely did, so we're just gonna go ahead and pressure even more with our Virizion. Taking both shields here will be the ideal scenario, however they do not fall for that, so I'm just gonna let my Virizion fall here since I have the shield advantage, and I can safely go in with my Aurorus and nuke down this Walrein. Meteor Beam is just gonna do a lot of damage to the Walrein, but first we have to block. Earthquake is also gonna be super effective to our rock typing. We do not like that. Weather Ball here on the switch, on the Virizion, and now we just have to outspeed them with our own Icy Wind. At this point we're gonna get their second shield out of play, and that is looking pretty cool for us. Even the Stone Edge here will not knock out, and we can somehow reach to the Icy Wind for the knockout for them, but instead they reach to that Sacred Sword, so down we go. And of course now we can safely farm down with our powder snows. It all depends on whatever there is at the back, and it is gonna be okay. They return with the Walrein, so I guess whatever there is at the back must be completely weak to my Pokemon. And yeah, with that buff on our attack stat, that meter beam now hurts a lot, and they stand no chance at all. Dragonite in our next battle, and we're having the best possible lead scenario, so they're gonna safe switch out of there to their Charizard, gonna block the first move because they can always throw a Blast Burn, and I'm still gonna stay in because I know I can debuff them and now bring my second Ice type into the battle. With that move, I'm pretty sure I can definitely survive 2 of those Blast Burns, while I can safely go ahead and completely farm down the whole Charizard with my Aurorus. Down they go with those powder snows, and now they return into the battle not with a Dragonite but instead with a Talonflame. Things are not over yet. Now they come in with a Dragonite, and we can connect our Weather Ball in an effort that they did in order to catch that meter beam. This is not gonna happen at all. Double Weather Ball, one for the shield, one for the Dragonite, and of course now our Articuno stands on the higher ground because not only we can destroy them down, but also we can debuff them with that Icy Wind. Having one extra Pokemon at the back with a Virizion, of course, is gonna be our main key for this victory. So of course we're just gonna block here because even a Brave Bird with a debuff can hurt a lot, and of course now we can reach safely to the Stone Edge and the knockout against the second fire/flying Pokemon that my opponent had. Articuno here on the Virizion. Looking pretty good, so we're just gonna see the switch out to the Walrein once again, another Walrein on the switch, and of course Virizion can do a lot of work, and this is why you do not need Leaf Blade at all. A lot of trainers are using Pokemon like Lapras, Walrein, so even then Sacred Sword is gonna be the ultimate move that you want, and of course Stone Edge are your second move for the coverage against the Flyers, especially against that Togekiss and of course Charizard. Having now the Virizion coming in, and of course staying alive with our Virizion here is gonna be a very nice thing to do, and of course we can pressure even more for a second Sacred Sword. This is gonna be almost fatal to that poor Virizion, which means that we can go in with our Articuno, predict the Stone Edge, and now we're gonna block the big move. What a play here by Articuno and ourselves, of course. And at the back there is gonna be the Lapras. That was a double ABB team, of course, a double water/ice Pokemon, so that was looking pretty scary for a moment, but in the end it seems like that Aurorus can definitely take a shield with a bait and of course finish them off with those meter beams. I think I'm gonna try and bait once again. What I want to do here is to stall a little bit, so the double Weather Ball here is gonna help me a lot before they reach to their surf, and of course I know that here they have a surf ready to go. I'm gonna switch out immediately to the Articuno, trying to catch, and of course the cooldown timer is also up, so that's why I did it, and now I can reach to the Hurricane for big damage on the Lapras, but they can still survive because Lapras is a very tanky Pokemon for the meta, able to get there now to the surf to finish me off. Doesn't matter though, Virizion comes in and I want to farm down before they reach to their move. We can do that, and of course now Meter Beam will connect for lethal damage on the Ice type Pokemon. What a great play that was for my team, and that will secure an amazing victory. Avalugg in the next one, not looking that great, and Avalugg can definitely wall down my team if I'm not careful at all, because they still have Blizzard, and our Pokemon that is our main counter for the Avalugg is gonna be part grass. Spending a shield here might be a mistake, but I want to pressure even more with my Weather Balls. Able to get there now. Are they gonna block trainers? Yes they are, of course they do, and now I wanted to go ahead and use another Weather Ball, but they were timing up my moves here. Able to get now to my next Weather Ball. I want to spend both of them shields out of the way if I want to have a chance in beating them down, and of course I want to lure that Virizion at a point that I can safely farm down with my own Virizion and use my Virizion as a closer this time. So Sacred Sword here is not gonna do a lot of damage, and we can farm down right after, while what will return into the battle, it is gonna be the Charizard, a pure Stone Edge on the Shadow Charizard. Down it goes, and now the Avalugg will have to face the wrath of my Virizion with the Sacred Sword here, and of course now Articuno will try to finish them off. Match is not over yet because they can still reach to the double super effective Rock Slide. We can hold on to those little HP levels. reach to the Icy Wind in the process and finish off the battle with Articuno being turned from a leader into a closer. Giratina in the next one, and that is a very good lead that we want to see with our Articuno, able to get there first to the Icy Wind, and we charge up to that Ancient Power and that Icy Wind at the same time, and of course we can win that CMP for sure. Dragon Claw, of course, doesn't matter at all, we're just gonna take it at this point, and we have another move, another Icy Wind for them. The second time we can reach there one Ice Shard faster, and they're gonna go in with that Ninetales. Whatever there is at the back must be weak to our Ice type moves, because they sacrificed their own Giratina, so that gives me the chance to go ahead in with that Aurorus of my own, and of course try to spam my Weather Balls on their last Pokemon, which is a flyer on the face of the Togekiss. You know what, I'm just gonna spend the shield, completely farm down, and go for the double Meteor Beam on that poor Ninetales. They know that, they back out, and that's gonna be another great victory. Ninetales once again into the next one, so my Articuno has to do a lot of solid work against them. Of course we do not like this one, but as I have already said on the start of this video, we definitely want that Ninetales away from Virizian's way if we want to have a chance at all in beating down this Pokemon. I tried to go first for the Icy Wind, I think it did not work at all, but now we can safely land the big move, that Hurricane, for some really nice damage. Down we go at the same time, and that was kinda fantastic for me. Even though we're down on shields, we just need a little bit of luck, and it worked, trainers. There is gonna be the Snorlax at the back, and we're gonna throw against them our fighting type Pokemon, so you can see that we're looking pretty solid. It all depends now, whatever there is at the back must not be something like an Obstagoon, and it is of course a Dragon type Pokemon, so that my Aurorus can start doing some solid work. Able to get there now to the Dragon Claw for the bait. I'm not shielding yet, and that was really good for me, and I know that even if they get to that Ancient Power I can still survive it, so I'm just not gonna throw yet. If you saw there what happened, well, I had a weak connection mark or message, whatever that was, for no reason at all. I don't know, GBL lately feels a little bit more laggy than usual. Seems like that Go Battleack returned into Go Battleague, and we did not like that at all. So Secret Sword now for a nice damage output on the Snorlax. They still have their Giratina alive and well, but you know what, it's severely hurt, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take this Body Slam, keeping the shield alive for my back Pokemon, the Aurorus, and of course now we can definitely outspeed here with the shield up on that next move and finish off Snorlax. I was not gonna do that, but they reached to the Body Slam, so I spend my shield, doesn't matter at all. Able to farm down now with my Aurorus, and we get a very close victory, but to be honest it was much easier than expected. So Giratina here with the Dragon Breath, and we can reach to those Icy Wind fairly fast, so we can just debuff them on their way to their Ancient Power, and after the debuff we can safely take one Ancient Power with ease, and at the back they have the Obstagoon. Guess what, trainers, we have the ultimate counter for the Obstagoon, resisting the Night Slashes, the Obstructs, and only Cross Chop can threat us right now, but still we can one-shot them down with those Sacred Swords. They are gonna take it, down they go, and Giratina returns into the battle. Once again, I just want to get out of here with a little bit of HP if that is possible, so I'm just gonna take this move and then try to pressure even more for another Stone Edge. We cannot do that. That was a bummer. For a moment I was like, can I do it? But I cannot. Okay, so down goes our Virizion, and we can still reach to the Icy Wind for the knockout against Giratina. At the back they have the Snorlax, and of course the Meteor Beam now is gonna do a lot of solid damage to that Pokemon. Snorlax being Shadow takes even more damage, so now we can vamp up our attack stat, and of course by blocking twice here I'm just gonna go for the double Weather Ball. No reason at all to risk anything. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go for double bait, but still not risking at all. Getting there to the double Weather Ball for the knockout, one for the shield, one for the knockout of course, and that is gonna be a fantastic game for our team. So we're looking at a line that can work a lot with various leads against the meta, so you can see as to why I enjoy using the double A, B, A team, the double eyes, one on the lead, one at the back. So we're just gonna stay in here in the next one with the Charizard, and of course those wing attacks now are being neutral while the fire spin could have been problematic. Of course no one is running fire spin, everyone is running something like a wing attack now because it has been updated this season. Doesn't matter, on the Switch we are met up with Obstagoon, they get to the gang shot. Are you kidding me? That was crazy. And of course now we can finish them off, but look at that, we definitely survived, but that was pretty close. Able to get there on the final Sacred Sword, trying to get a desperate shield out of them. We managed to do exactly that, and now we can land the Ice Wind for the kill. That message still pops up, so we're lagging a little bit as well. So Charizard with the Dranglo here, we're gonna try to catch the next move on the Aurorus while preserving our Articuno alive and well, and I'm pretty sure that they cannot have another hard check for my Articuno since Obstagoon is out of the way. Weather Ball here for big damage on the Giratina, and one more I believe on the CMP. Will this be enough to finish them off? No, it is not. They can still survive. Still, we are looking at a pretty close matchup. The Ancient Power here, they undercharge it. I believe that was kinda a mistake, I'm not sure though. So they can reach to another move, definitely not a mistake then, and Dragon Claw is gonna be the move, definitely not the Ancient Power, and we can still reach to the Ice Wind for the final blow on the Charizard, and that's gonna be a fantastic game. That's all, trainers. Thank you for watching, thank you for staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers.